Some amazing wedding professionals that'll be joining us tonight, and they're here to answer your questions and give you some really good information. And in the midst of all this chaos, we're starting to get through it. Western New York has made it into phase 1, which is so exciting. And so I'm excited about phase 2, 3, and 4, to tell you the truth. And that's where we'll be having amazing celebrations and events, bridal shows, weddings. And one thing to keep in mind is that your wedding is an amazing event that you want to continue to push forward with, even though, all this craziness is going on and there's a lot of juggling. If you surround yourself with some of the most wonderful people in the business, experienced people in the business, they will help you navigate this. And I've seen so many wedding professionals go out of their way and become incredibly flexible to help couples navigate this. And it's really refreshing to know that, although the wedding industry is contracts and business and numbers and money, there's a lot of personal touch that goes along with that. And most of the wedding professionals in Western New York are local owners, managers, and families, and they're small businesses, and they're there to help everyone get through it, and they're there to help make the event happen whenever it does happen. So definitely lean on the people that are here tonight or on buffalowedding.com, and you'll be surprised on how flexible and helpful so many of these wedding professionals are. So tonight, our first wedding professional here with us is Sam, and Sam is the owner of EVL Events. And Sam's going to talk to us a little bit about some of those crazy things that are going on as far as postponements and dates, and what to do, how she can help, which is just priceless. I'll say that over and over until you're sick of it. So let's bring on Sam from EVL Events. Hey, Sam.
Hi, guys. How are you?
We're doing great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm super excited to be part of this again. I know that I joined you guys last month, I believe, for one of the first ones, and we got really great feedback from it. So it's great that we're doing it again.
Good. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Your information and your expertise is definitely something people can count on.
Thank you. First, let me start off by saying that, my heart goes out to all the couples who have had their weddings displaced by the craziness that is going on. I know it's such a insane time that none of us could have fathomed, but all of us wedding vendors are here for you. We're here to support you. We're here to help you come up with alternative solutions. So the first thing that I did want to talk about is for those of you who are dealing with having to postpone your wedding or readjust your wedding plans, I wanted to talk about a couple of steps to make sure that you take while you are in that phase. The first and foremost thing, if you have a wedding planner, make sure to talk to them. Run by your ideas with them and talk to them. We're a great sounding board. If you don't have a wedding planner and you'd like some assistance, a lot of wedding planners in the area are offering postponement services, so we're still available for help.
I got to interrupt you, Sam. Yeah. If you don't have a wedding planner, get one.
Yes.
Get one. Especially now, get one.
We are here to make it very stress-free.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and in so many ways, right? That people don't even think about.
Oh, 100%. There's so much that goes into planning. Planning a wedding during normal times is stressful enough. And then you add a pandemic on top of it, and you might as well just lose your mind. Lots of wine, lots of craziness. So we're here to help make sure that, you save your money, you don't spend too much on wine, and you can keep it all together.
Awesome.
So also, if you are doing a postponement, make sure you read your vendor and venue contracts, determine, what their policies are and, you know, what goes into having to make a date change. And also be flexible because a lot of vendors and venues have already booked for 2021. So dates have filled up very fast. And now you're adding rescheduling on top of that. So when you really wanted a Saturday in September, those dates might be already booked. So maybe consider doing a Friday wedding or a Saturday wedding. Your guests will understand. Who doesn't want to take an extra day off of work to celebrate your love? I know I would. um, and then that also gives you the ability to get your dream team that you've already created for your first date. The chances of them being able to be for your postponement date are a lot higher. So, you chose these vendors for a reason. So being flexible will help secure them as well. Obviously make sure you communicate with your venue on availability. I would choose a couple of backup dates, and that way you can poll your vendors and find out what date works for the majority. And then once you get your new date, you get your contracts, and then you notify your guests. A lot of amazing stationers have done change the date cards, which are great. There's been some really cute ways to show that, you've postponed your wedding. Some very funny ways too, which I love seeing. I love that people are being lighthearted about this and not super stressed and like over upset, because I know that it's a stressful, emotional time, but they're still trying to play some fun into it. So that's nice. And then once you've got your new date, just keep planning. Don't replan your whole entire wedding. Keep your dream wedding, but if you had to select maybe a fall month and want to opt for a different color scheme, you can do that, or just finalizing the details of your wedding. And then the one thing that I've been telling my couples is celebrate your original date. Like, you chose this date for a reason, celebrate it. Have a date night, have a champagne toast, do something to honor that date that you originally chose. And it's okay to mourn it too, because, it is sad, and that's okay. Grieve it, and then get excited for the opportunity that you have a little bit more time now, and that you still have a wedding coming up. It's not canceled. Love is not canceled. So just make sure that, you push the grief aside for a little bit and then enjoy the happiness, because you guys are still together. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about micro weddings, if people decide to do that.
Yeah. So for those of you who do want to continue to do your wedding in 2020 and the upcoming dates as the phases carry on and we're able to have events of smaller gatherings, there's a couple of different options that you have. There are micro weddings where you have the ability to have your dream wedding, but it's at a smaller guest count. So instead of having 150, 200 guests, you maybe have 50 of your closest friends and family attend, but you still are getting your photographer, you're still splurging on your flowers, you're still having that beautiful day, and you're having your ceremony. There's other options like a pop-up wedding, which is where everything is preset for you. It's kind of like a set it and forget it. You have your design, the flowers, all of that is chosen for you, and you basically just show up, get married, mingle with your friends for 60 minutes and get some pictures taken, and then, you're good. A couple of my couples have also done mini monies, which are small ceremonies with, maybe the couple, their parents, and then maybe their siblings, or, a really good best friend or something like that. So they choose to still get married on their wedding day and have that mini moni, and then they have their big celebration, their reception at a later date. I just recently posted a blog yesterday that kind of explains the difference between a pop-up wedding and an elopement, a mini moni, and a micro wedding, and kind of the questions that you would ask yourself to see which one is the right fit for you. So if you go onto my website, evlevents.com, you can check out that blog, and that will help you too.
Nice. That's awesome. So lots of good information.
Yeah.
And lots of options, really,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the only other advice that I have is for those new couples out there that are recently engaged and are still planning a wedding, keep planning, but book yourself stuff now.
Yes, yes.
It's just so important because I'm sure that people have had their eyes set on a certain photographer or a certain venue. And, prior to COVID-19, dates were filling up for 2021. And now that we've got all these reschedules pushed to 2021, things are really, really booking up. So normally when somebody would have maybe 15 to 20% of their year booked up, they're already at 50% or higher. So plan early, start now, and then again, just be flexible, and then also consider those other options too.
Awesome. Sounds great. Well, thank you so much, Sam, for the information. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And definitely get a hold of Sam at evlevents.com because, again, it's priceless, the experience and expertise that she has, and it will save you a lot of stress and a lot of wine, although it's okay to keep drinking wine. No, nothing wrong with that. So next we have Sarah with us, and Sarah is here from the Timber Lodge and the brand new Sterling, which I can't wait to see. So tell us, let me bring Sarah on here. All right, there's Sarah. Tell us what's going on with the Sterling and when we can come see it.
Yeah, so right now our Arrowhead Golf Club is actually open, and it's been so nice seeing faces walking around our golf course. It's so nice seeing all those fresh faces, and things are finally starting to look up. I mean, our hearts go out to all of our couples, brides and grooms who have had to postpone and really redone all of their plans, but we're here for you. We have an awesome team that we're going to postpone for you. We are going to do everything in our power to take care of all of our couples, anyone, and their special day. Now, that being said, I did want to talk about some of our fun spring promos that we have going on. So for any couples that have had to limit their guest count or even postponed to a new date, we are offering some spring promos. So send us an email at events@arrowheadwny.com to get all the information. You can talk to our sales director and go through all of that exciting stuff. Now, 2 seasons are really special at the Timber Lodge and the Sterling. So one, we have the spring. Now, if you were to walk through the Sterling and the outdoors of the Timber Lodge right now, we have some beautiful trees that have been blooming since March. We have nice ponds, and we can even often, we have this cute little paddle boat that we've had engagement shoots on that goes right under one of our willow trees. It's the perfect photo op. It's beautiful. And the Sterling, we are so excited. We do have some surprises coming that we can't wait to post. We can't wait for our brides and grooms to see. So definitely follow us on Instagram too. The Sterling just came out with its own Instagram. So really exciting times. So follow all of that for our updates and announcements. That is at Sterling Wed on Instagram. Now, I also wanted to talk about winter weddings. So the Timber Lodge is the perfect place for winter weddings. Now, it's really a winter wonderland over there. So what we have, we could put up our white lights. We have an indoor s'mores bar, which is very important, of course. We have our indoor hot cocoa bar, hot cider bar. We can do all these fun specials for you. And really, if you had to move your date maybe to a winter wedding, that we will make it just as special. So much fun. There are really so many fun things we can do with new and deep color schemes. And even when you walk into the Timber Lodge, it's very warm and cozy, especially with that wooden cathedral ceiling. It's the perfect place for a winter wedding. Now, one of my favorite winter weddings that we had at the Timber Lodge this past winter was a ski lodge theme. And this couple had the cutest idea. They were so creative. They had ski passes as their place cards. So being creative like that it's really fun, and we'll work with you to help create fun themes like that. We love that, maybe a fun signature boozy hot chocolate, something like that. So winter weddings at the Timber Lodge are by far stunning. So we want you guys, if you want any more information about our spring and winter specials, definitely email us at events@arrowheadwny.com.
That's awesome. Great information, Sarah. Now, one of the things that I think people should consider is with all this craziness of shifting dates around is the fact that if you haven't thought about a winter wedding, December, January, February, March, April, but even like in the thick of winter, I mean, it's no fun sometimes being in Western New York in the midst of all this snow, but I've seen some of the most beautiful pictures of these winter weddings, and I could only imagine how much fun it would be um, in a lodge with all the snow outside, and you guys have the golf course just covered in a blanket of white. I mean, it could be beautiful, and really, I think, that kind of background, we don't think about that being the typical wedding background, but again, some of it is just stunning.
Exactly. So we have, whenever snow falls, we are over in Akron, New York, and whenever the big, really beautiful snowflakes fall, it is stunning up against the wood of the Timber Lodge. And we've also had a couple have a photo shoot on sleds. So parts of our golf course, we have hills, and we love winter photo shoots out there. So it was snowing, and they had sleds and cute hats on. So it's great for even engagement photos, or even in your wedding dress. Get on a sled and have fun with us.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
If people want something unique and different and not typical, that's perfect.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Well, definitely consider that. So, where can they can follow Insta for the Sterling, and what's the website again for the Timber Lodge?
So arrowheadwesternnewyork.com.
Okay, fantastic.
And Instagram for the Timber Lodge is Wed at Arrowhead. And then for any more information, if you want menus, all of that good stuff, give us an email at events@arrowheadwny.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight, Sarah. I really appreciate it. And all the couples should get in touch with these guys to see the Sterling and Arrowhead. Definitely. One thing I did not mention or forgot to mention is any questions that you have for any of the wedding professionals that are here tonight, or any question in general, let us know. For any question asked, we'll put your name into a drawing, and we'll pull out somebody's name for a door prize at the end of the week. And for every question that you ask, we'll put one entry in to give you some sort of incentive to jumpstart somebody asking a question. But definitely ask questions, because these are the wedding professionals that can help you figure things out. They've got the experience, the years of experience doing this. So who better to help you than these amazing wedding professionals? Speaking of amazing wedding professionals experience, I'm going to introduce Tara from Saks Photography. Hey, Tara.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing great.
Yeah, speaking of years of experience, yeah. So Saks Photography has been around for over 40 years. My father started the studio, and now it's all family owned and operated, and it's been around a long time, and we're not going anywhere. So yay. Yay for us. But
yeah, you kind of grew up in the business, right?
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Yes. Absolutely. It was definitely going well before I was born. I'm not that old,
So it's good to have you with us tonight. So tell us what's going on with you guys, and I've got a couple of questions for you as well.
Yeah, things are going well. I mean, we've been able to keep up with phone. We do have our phone line open, so we're taking calls, we're taking emails. We're about to open, now that we just got the okay, to take care of our, our past clients and our future clients. But we're still holding Zoom meetings. We're able to show our albums, show a lot of our work. But things are really different now. And the truth is, we really don't know what's going to happen. Yes, we just opened up, but when will the next step happen, and the next phase, and the next phase? And hopefully there won't be, more of this virus going around. But a lot of our brides and a lot of what we hear, and I'm going to piggyback on what Sarah and Sam said, is they want to know, well, should I wait? Should I not wait? So bouncing off of what those two ladies mentioned, don't wait. I know that it's really difficult to postpone, and yes, you might have had your heart set on that date and it may have already been canceled, or you don't know what to do, but don't ever cancel your wedding. Okay? You're in love. That's what weddings are all about. So don't cancel. We don't know what's going on. And there are the big threes, and that's like your venue, your photographer, and your DJ. So definitely check with, of course, all of your professionals for your wedding. To see who can change the date. Definitely look into the weekday weddings, as I think Sam mentioned, and also in Western New York, going off of what Sarah just mentioned, we really only have a very short season. Our wedding season in Western New York goes from May to October. So keep that in mind too. Yes, go outside the box as far as Western New York goes, as far as wedding season, and have that winter wedding or that early spring wedding, because it may not be your ideal date, but there are so many opportunities for beautiful photos to be taken. Bare trees are absolutely beautiful. Snow is beautiful. Because even though we have such a short season, you have to also think about all of the money that so many small businesses are trying to recuperate from different couples having to postpone or having to even cancel their wedding. We're all small businesses in Western New York, and a lot of businesses I've seen that are maybe asking more money due to inflation because they need to protect their own business. Because again, companies, they're losing money. Some companies have even lost thousands, and some are raising their prices again due to that inflation, but we are not. So we at Saks Photography are not raising our prices for the rest of the 2020 season as well as 2021. We're actually still offering our promo of the $500 off of any package that we have, both photography and video. You could do a combination of the two, which is really, really great savings. Another option that we rolled out is our shortened packages. So normally all of our packages are like all day coverage. They're not limited to hours. But we did, for some of those micro weddings, we have a 4-hour package now, a 6-hour package for any couples that don't want to have the full day coverage. We of course still offer it, but we are offering again the $500 off of that. We are also offering still our free engagement book. So I do have mine, I will show you.
Nice.
So this is really great for using at your reception, or maybe your backyard wedding, wherever it may be, for guests to kind of just write you a little note. It says whatever photos you want from the engagement session that we'll take for you. And there's different designs throughout, but.
Oh, that's a fun idea.
Yeah, so we're offering that for free. So we've got the $500 off. We also have the free engagement book. We also have the lock-in prices for 2021. You get the 2020 prices, which do include all of the packages do again include the $500 off. And then we also offer the 30% off of all invitations. So that includes invitations, save the dates, change the dates, anything that our companies that we work with offer. So it might even be napkins for your wedding. That is all 30% off. So if you do have to change date, really just keep in mind that you need to keep people, both of your guests as well as your wedding professionals, up to date with any changing wedding plans. Don't let us be last to know that you changed your hours, you're starting at a different hour, or you knocked it down to a shorter day, but definitely keep everybody up to date with what's going on.
Yeah, I think communication is super important, just so everybody is in the loop. I was talking to actually DJ Dre earlier, and he was waiting for one of his brides to get back to him. And, even if it was something just to say, hey, hi, yeah. I don't have any new information, and I'm still waiting, we're all in this holding pattern, but just to make that contact, I think is really important.
Yes, please contact us.
Please.
we have a couple weddings that are coming up, and we haven't had contact yet. And we've tried to email, and we've tried to call, and we're certainly not going to be going to anyone's house quite yet to knock on the door and say, what's going on? Or is your wedding happening or not? So yes, absolutely. Keep that open communication. Let everybody know what's going on.
Yeah, that's so important. So you've got some amazing incentives for people to book with you guys. So, why should they not wait? I mean, now they've got a great incentive to book your services. They're looking at planning in the upcoming year. Why should they not shop around? Why should they book right away?
So days are booking quick. They are going really fast. We personally are a very small studio because I said we're all family owned and operated. So the photographers are either my father, my uncle, my sister, or me. And we only do 2 weddings on a day in case couples want 2 photographers. But there's really
Nice.
no reason to wait. There are so many promotions going on right now with a bunch of different wedding professionals. And as you just mentioned, ours included, we've got 4 big ones right now. But it's a celebration. Don't cancel. Don't put it off too long, because a wedding is all about love and it's a celebration and you want to celebrate. It may not be that date that you really wanted, but still have that party. Get it going. Don't wait too long, because Western New York, again, we have a short season.
Right.
Get it
And
going.
like you said, the party's gonna be amazing. And really, it doesn't matter the date. I mean, I got married in October and it was this awful, rainy, cruddy day, but it didn't matter because we were getting married and we had a great party and that was it.
Exactly.
Who cares?
It's
Right?
love. You're just celebrating
That's it.
love.
That's it.
Love.
Well, thank you so much,
Thank
Tara,
you.
for being with us tonight. Oh, there we go. I like that. Nice background.
That's
So
it.
contact Sachs Photography at 668-6323 or saxphotography.com. That's awesome. And take advantage of these promotions. I mean, in the midst of all this craziness, this is a great reason to do something right now.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Tara. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Have a great night.
Thank you, too.
All right, so get a hold of Tara at Sachs Photography and take advantage of those promotions. And remember that with everybody changing dates, it's really important to, if you're looking for the future, if you haven't decided on a date, to definitely make that decision and definitely start booking wedding professionals as soon as you possibly can. And also, some of the smaller ones that are all about quality and not quantity, they'll book up faster. So that's another real good reason to get a hold of them as soon as possible. So next up is my friend Andre, DJ Dre, and he is going to fill us in with one of the most important things for your wedding is the music to keep the party going. And this guy can do it. How you doing, Dre?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Theo. Thank you very much. A little nervous here, but I can do this. All right.
So you guys offer a lot at the bridal shows. You've got your photo booths set up, information about your music. Tell me a little bit about those services.
So yes, we offer, I should say, I'm Andre, DJ Dre, okay? DJ Dre Music and Photo Booths. I have a few packages where we offer DJ, photo booth, and iPad booth, social booth as well, okay? And uplighting. So we can create a package for you that have all those 4 items, okay? But our top package is the DJ, a 5-hour DJ, 4-hour photo booth package. That's our most popular package, excuse me.
Gotcha. So what's the iPad photo booth?
The iPad booth is it's like a virtual actually, and our software has virtual props. Okay, so that is actually kind of big right now, seeing that with this virus going on, that people may be a little leery about holding an actual prop, where this software actually, once you stand in front of the iPad booth and you choose between your photo, a GIF, a boomerang, You can have a virtual prop from a hat, glasses, smiley faces. Everything is just, virtual. It's face detected, I should say. Yes.
That's awesome. Well, and it's taking advantage of the technology that we have right at our fingertips, right?
That's correct. That's correct. Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love some of the funny images and gifs that people put on their stories. That's always fun and entertaining. So why not take advantage of that at the wedding?
Yes. That's correct.
So we had a couple ask a question about music. They asked what recommendations you would have for choosing somebody to do your music without being able to hear them first. So, if people haven't been to one of your weddings before, what would you recommend for a couple to try to choose yourself or someone else in the music business to do without actually hearing them perform?
Well, reviews are big, okay, and you can always check the reviews. You can reach out to the person that actually left the review, possibly, and they can give their take on their experience with that DJ, and that would definitely answer your question there.
Yeah, that's great. Well, and that's the one thing that I think with any service is if you look at the reviews, people are honest about their experience, and that's a great idea to even reach out to them directly if you can, to say, hey, tell me about, and who doesn't want to talk about their wedding, right?
That's
Everybody
correct.
does.
Yes.
You got an hour? I'll tell you about it. We were dancing.
Right.
So I've got one more question. Someone was asking, how early would you recommend booking your DJ for a fall 21 wedding?
Well, if you're looking to book DJ Dre, I'm going to honestly say you don't wait.
Don't wait.
Don't wait. Okay. With a lot of postponing weddings, a lot of couples are looking into next year. They don't even want to deal with what's this year now. They just want to just take their time. They look to next year. They reached out to me. We talked about what dates I had available for next year, and I, let them know, and they chose between Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and they wanted to stick around the same. So let's say they had a July wedding, July 4th to be exact. They wanted to do a July 4th next year, so they wanted to stay in the same proximity like that. Okay, don't wait wait. Yeah, because when these couples are moving from this year to next year, and then also we have couples that are still booking for 21. Still, right. Emails are coming in. Requests are coming in. When I get to, talk with you and you decide from there which way you want to go, it's that date is gone. Even though I have, other DJs that work with me and, alongside me, they, still those dates, they book up fast.
Right. Well, and like I was saying earlier, is that some of the wedding professionals are smaller and focus more on quality than quantity. They're going to book up faster because they only have so many dates available, and you don't want to miss out on that. So, I look at it as, some of the higher quality vendors are going to book up faster. And if that's, what you're looking for, you want to get a hold of that person, right away and get that done so you don't miss out, especially, if you have your heart set on a certain date in 21. So it's, I would think it's never too early to book anything, right?
It's never too early. Don't wait.
Yes. Don't wait.
Those good dates, they come up, they go quick. Those good dates.
Right. Right, right. So how would couples get a hold of you and meet with you now?
I'm glad you asked that. Right there.
Dun, dun, dun. I love that banner. So go to djdremusic.com
Or
or
716-430-1033. And if the phone is not your thing, info@djdremusic.com.
perfect. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. So definitely visit the website because that's got all the information about all of your services.
Yes.
And pick up the phone. Can they text you at that phone number too?
Unfortunately, not at the time.
That's
But
okay. Leave a message if they don't get you, and you'll call them right back.
yes. But
Awesome.
email is easier because I'm always checking my email. Always.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And what's the email address again?
info@djdremusic.com.
Awesome. Awesome. So email DJ Dre and he will answer your questions. He'll take care of you. And Dre, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you at a bridal show. We can talk face to face and maybe even touch elbows. Who knows?
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So, again, reach out to DJ Dre. He will take care of your music needs. And that's something, again, do it now, book it now. Some of the best wedding professionals in Western New York will book up fast. So book them now. And, definitely don't cheap out on your music. Don't put that at the lower budget because music will keep your party going all night long. And the right DJ knows how to read your guests and knows how to keep them engaged. So definitely invest in that. It's worth every penny that you will spend. So our next guest is Jenna from Grand Lady Cruises. Hi, Jenna.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great tonight. How are you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you were here because, a lot of times people think about, Western New York weddings and venues and, it's only until they go over the bridge that they see Grand Lady Cruises. So tell us a little bit about you guys and some of your history.
Yeah, so we have been in the Buffalo area for 22 years now. My father started the business in 1998. For many, many years, we were sailing from Grand Island, from the Holiday Inn at the time there. Then around 2012, we moved to Rich Marina, kind of in the Black Rock section of Buffalo. And ever since 2017, now we've been sailing from Buffalo Riverwork. So now we moved into the city itself. So a little bit different route than what we had in the past. But we're an 80-foot long dinner boat. We're furnished very much like any shoreside facility. We have a lot of enclosed dining areas. We're air conditioned, carpeted, cushion chairs. So we're essentially a banquet hall that just happens to also be moving while we're out and enjoying the beautiful summer weather.
So is it the Niagara River you're still hit, right?
Mostly now it's the Buffalo River, Lake Erie,
Okay.
depending on the weather. We had typically down under the Peace Bridge and like the Black Rock Canal a little bit and
Nice.
the Outer Harbor as well. So
Yeah. I took a short boat ride out onto the lake and I felt like I was out on the ocean. It's huge.
Yeah, it gets big out there quick. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. All summer season we get some beautiful sunsets out there, and it's a great way to show off the city for when you have out of town guests, and a great experience for everybody on board. A little bit different than just your normal, wedding venue.
Well, and it's a whole different perspective. I don't think people understand unless they've been out on a boat to see that view of the city from out on the water. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and we get to go right out past Canal Side and all the new development down there and see it from the other side of things, as opposed to, being out on the boardwalk at Canal Side, or seeing the, last year we had a lot of activity with the tall ships down at the waterfront, and, we were able to just experience it from the water, which was even better.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So with all these juggling of dates and stuff, what do you guys have available, or what are you doing for this upcoming 2020 season?
Yeah, so we actually have quite a bit available, because unfortunately, with all the uncertainty, those bookings that we had earlier in the winter, January, February typically is when our phone lines start ringing and we start booking quite a bit of business. A lot of those dates have already chosen to postpone, or there are groups that are typically a little bit larger that it's probably just not in the cards for this summer. So they have already, chosen to go with next year, or, sometime in the future. So we actually had quite a few dates that were already booked that have opened up. And we have come out with a few different small wedding packages, going back to the micro weddings, where instead of, our usual capacity is more in the 80-90 person range, but this year we're going to probably be more down in the 30-40 person range, depending on what the regulations are at the time. So to kind of have a more intimate ceremony on board, we have some packages that can be as small as 10 to 12 guests, where you join us on one of our public dinner cruises, but you have a small private dining area. You'd have a little bit of exclusivity for that portion. You'd board ahead of time, have your ceremony on board. The rest of the guests would get on board, and then we'd go out for a public dinner cruise. That's always an option for the super small weddings, the ones where you may have postponed, but you still want to do something on the date, maybe legally get married, have a very small ceremony, still celebrate, and then have the party next year. We have some even midweek sunset ceremony packages that we have. It doesn't, days don't really matter anymore, it seems. It's just, every day blends together, so why not? You don't have to wait till the weekend to celebrate anymore.
Yeah, the sunset is just as beautiful on Tuesday that it is on Saturday, right?
Exactly. So we have a bunch of different packages. You can contact us. Our website is grandlady.com. You can it's info@grandlady.com is our email address, and we can send those packages out to you if you're interested in those. And we are also taking dates for next year as well, and not necessarily always just for weddings. We do rehearsal dinners, we do showers. For our dinner cruises, we get a lot of little bachelorette parties that may start on board and then go someplace else afterwards. So we offer a large variety of different types of cruises. So
that's great.
So
everybody. Do you guys have kind of like a projection date for when you're gonna set sail?
We're hoping that we're still waiting to totally know what phase we're in. We're kind of in a weird middle ground where nobody's kind of willing to say one way or another where we are. We're hoping for phase 3, which would be, if all things go well, towards the end of June. So we're thinking worst case scenario, it should be, July 1st, early part of July. So that's, what we're hoping for at the moment. And that's what we're planning for. We'll be ready. We've had a lot of extra time. We've got the fresh coat of paint on the boat. We had the boys down there today painting, and so we'll be ready to go whenever, whenever we get the go ahead.
That's awesome. July sounds good. In fact, Disney's opening or taking reservations for July. So
yeah, I think
let's focus on July.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if people want to check out the boat, can they make an appointment to do that?
Once we're in the water, absolutely. We're actually out of the water right now at Smith Boys Marina in North Tonawanda. So hopefully within probably early June, we'll have the boat at Riverworks. In the meantime, we have a lot of photos on our website, on our Instagram page, and you can take a look at those also from weddings in the past of what they've done decoration wise, and get a feel for the boat. And then certainly once we're actually get the boat in the water and we're back to Riverworks, we'd be happy to have you come down to take a tour.
That's awesome. That is quite a unique place, Riverworks.
Yes, a little bit.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Have some fun there and then jump on the boat.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
a lot of people come down for a drink before their cruise and vice versa, and there's always something to see and do down there, that's for sure.
That's great. And I think once all this, I mean, we are so on the decline. I'm so excited that, once we get the green light, people are going to go running outside to go anywhere.
I'm hoping so. Yeah.
Yes. No.
Yeah. No.
We will. I will
can
be one of
certainly
those people running. Yes.
come on down. Yeah, but I agree. I think the lights at the end of the tunnel, and especially the weather we've had this week, just kind of reminds everybody that
That's right.
it's almost time.
Yeah.
So
good stuff.
I've even noticed just this week getting a lot more emails, phone calls about people for kind of, who are switching gears for this year, who had something bigger planned and now they want to go smaller for like August or September.
Great.
And I think, so if you are interested, definitely, like everyone's been saying, sooner rather than later, get those dates on hold, because like you said, as soon as we get the go ahead, I'm imagining that all of a sudden all those dates will be gone. So
Yeah. So do it now. Do it now. Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight, Jenna. I really appreciate it. And it's great to hear that you guys are ready to go when when we get the green light. So
yes. Thank
that's
you.
awesome. So get a hold of Jenna at Grand Lady Cruises and check out the website too to see what that looks like. I mean, imagine being out on the water at sunset. So cool. Or even having your ceremony there too. So our last but not least guest is my friend Kelly from Rodan and Fields. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing awesome. How are you?
Good, really good.
Good. What's going on in Rodan and Fields world?
Well, so thanks so much for doing this virtually. I mean, how cool that we can still do something like this.
Well, it's the only thing we can do, so we're going to do it, damn it.
It's really very strange time.
Yeah.
So I hope that everybody is remaining healthy and hopeful.
Yeah.
But I am so much exciting stuff going on with Rodan and Fields. And
so tell me, what is Rodan and Fields?
So for those that may not be super familiar, Rodan and Fields is a skincare brand developed by the same incredible women that developed Proactive. We are actually the #1 skincare brand in all of North America right now for a very, very simple reason. The products work. So these products are designed to create solutions for your very most common skin concerns, being anti-aging, fine lines and wrinkles, discoloration from age spots or sun damage, redness, sensitivity, acne, and the scars that it leaves behind. Or if you are fortunate enough to not have any skin concerns, but you want to keep your glow, something for that too. So truly something for everyone. And then of course, our most popular enhancement products, Lash Boost.
Tell me about Lash Boost, because I'm a guy, I don't know. Oh, okay.
So
say no more.
It's incredible. Hands down, the best seller I have. It is a conditioning serum that allows your own natural lashes to grow long and strong. Every woman in the world wants that, especially a bride. So, these products, Theo, these products have completely transformed my skin. They have completely transformed my life. I am a registered nurse turned business owner and stay-at-home mom. So, nice. Yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible journey for me. I love sharing with this community in particular and brides in particular, because who doesn't want amazing skin and lashes on their wedding day?
Well, and I tell them all the time is that you don't want the photographer to try to touch up your face, your teeth, your lashes, whatever. If you can correct that stuff ahead of time, it will make their job easier, but it also look more natural, and it will be, a long-lasting effect,
Right. And I mean, when you feel good, on the outside, you feel good on the inside. I mean, when you glow on your wedding day and you're confident in your skin, I mean, that's everything.
Yeah. Well, especially that day. That day's really
It's
important.
the day.
Yeah.
It's the day.
So if a bride, a groom want to try the products, when should they start using them to kind of get ahead of that date, so to say?
So as soon as possible, really. I mean, you always want to be caring for your skin. I mean, it's your face. Start washing.
It's
So,
worth it.
not just for your wedding, but ultimately, the products themselves are designed to really show results in 60 to 90 days. After that time, you'll get even better and better and better results, but it also depends on your concern. If you've been struggling with acne for years and years and years, it's going to be a little bit of a journey. And, these products come with a money back guarantee. So ultimately, there's no risk here for looking and feeling your best.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Especially with the fact that, there's always some cure-all for this and cure-all for that, but to have something that'll give you your money back if you're not happy. So give me some details on that.
Yeah, so ultimately you can use these products until the very last drop, and you can come to me and say that for whatever reason you were not satisfied, and we can work on getting your money back with no questions asked. I will say that the national average for this kind of money back guarantee is around 3%. Rodan & Fields has a less than 1% return rate, which speaks volumes to the quality of products that we're talking about here. And they're meant to last for about 60 days. They're marketed to last about 60 days. I find them to be more around the 90-day mark. So you really get a bang for your buck. Most drugstore brands are usually only 30 days. So we're talking about a true glass counter quality product here.
That's awesome. So how can somebody get more information on the different products that are available besides Lash Boost?
Yeah, well, Lash
and
Boost is a no-brainer. Definitely a no-brainer, but you can say it's just to have like a one-on-one conversation with me, and we do like a little mini virtual consultation, and we run through your main concerns, your secondary concerns, and we align products that match your commitment level and also your price point, so that the expectations are very, very clear when you receive your products, how to use your products. You also come with a new best friend, which is me. I hold you accountable. I hold you accountable for using them. You invested in them. I'm going to hold you accountable for using them. I'm supportive as far as, if you're having, just if you have any questions or concerns in the meantime, and
and being a registered nurse, that gives you a little bit of a leg up on being able to help people from that angle.
Yeah, so I do have to say, I will, if you're interested in the science behind the clinical products, I love it. Sometimes I overshare about it, and maybe not everybody is as interested. But I, if we want to talk molecular level, I'm happy to do that.
It's always a good option. Not that people would use it. Just, I want to just flip the switch. I don't care how the light comes on. Yeah. But it's good to have that, though, right?
Yeah, the background has been really, really helpful. It's another, I think it's another reason why it's kind of fueled the passion in me. I never really saw myself in the skincare business, and it's turned into something incredible. And another thing that I always share with my brides is I can help you build a business that creates wealth here. We can talk about how you can pay for your wedding. Stay-at-home mom, business owner. This is Rose.
She's beautiful. I love those curls.
But we're talking about a business that could pay for your wedding, that could pay for your honeymoon, a nest egg for this new chapter in people's life. This is such an exciting time. The plans are there, the visions are there. Sure, honey.
Well,
For
couples need cash.
Well,
So
everyone needs cash.
well, especially couples, because a lot of them are paying for a lot of the weddings. So it's really a big deal nowadays.
Absolutely. So, and you know, that's another reason why I love working very closely with this community to launch a business to pay for your wedding is so exciting. It's so exciting. And to have a wedding and not have any debt afterwards.
Yeah, that could be good.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
So how do people get a hold of you, Kelly?
So I think the easiest way is probably Facebook.
Okay.
And what I can do, Theo, if it's okay with you, I could just kind of do a little tag in the comment section of this video.
Yeah.
So it's easy to find.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'd love to have a conversation with anybody that might find this a little interesting, and we can walk through what it all looks like, and if it aligns with your vision and your goal. Sure. And if you have a little one at home, you can work it around them too.
There you go.
But
what's your Facebook? I want to put that in our comments.
What's that?
How do they find you on Facebook? I want to put that in our comments.
Oh, just search my name. It's just me, Kelley, Kelley, and my last name is Canazzi, Canazzi. And you know, we can either hop on the phone, we can do a Zoom call, we can text, we can email. I know however people want to get it done.
Awesome.
And you know, I'm happy to share my before and after too. I have had incredible results. 2 babies left me with melasma. Can you hang on for a second?
Sure, thank you.
And you know what? Before Lisa had gotten pregnant, I never knew what melasma was. And then I was horrified. And then I was, I didn't say that out loud. And then I was happy to know that there was something to help it, you know?
Well, and that's just it too. I never knew that either.
Yeah.
And I am thankful every day. I had a Batman sign on my forehead of discoloration just from, you know, the hormones during pregnancy.
Yeah. Yeah. And now you don't have to cover it up.
Right. And that's what, you know, that's why I own this business now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us
you
tonight.
having me.
It was great to see you and Rose.
You too.
And definitely get in touch with Kelly. She'll be able to hook you up with some great skincare. And you know, that'll make your photographer's job that much easier. You know, if you're looking good, if your skin looks good, your photos are going to look amazing. And, you know, take all this information tonight. It's a lot of information about different things, really out of the box stuff, you know, winter weddings, booking your services as soon as possible. Look at dates right away. And again, if you can do something in the off season, which is that winter, December to April, not only will you be able to get the dates that you want, but you'll be able to get the wedding professionals that you want, because availability is way better then. And you'll probably be able to get some sort of pricing benefit as well. So think about those things. Those are really important things. There's a lot of benefits to doing that. And we hope you enjoyed the information you got tonight. And we would love to connect with you more. And you can visit us at buffalowedding.com. And we do have a bridal show coming up, believe it or not. We're really excited about being at the Statler downtown on August 2nd. So join, you know, go to our website, buffalowedding.com, and register for that. And you could join us at the Statler on August 2nd from 12 to 3 and meet some of these people you talked to or that you saw tonight. And you'll be able to talk to them face to face, hopefully, more than likely, at that show, as well as other wedding professionals. And again, keep in mind, these are local business owners, managers that want to help you and take care of you. So again, thank you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. We hope that you had some little bit of fun and got some great information, reduce the stress a little bit. And again, for more information, visit us at buffalowedding.com. And visit our Facebook, come back to our Facebook page, and we'd love to continue to help through the craziness, and we look forward to some amazing weddings coming up this season as well. So have a great night, and thanks again.